What's up, you guys? If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. A new Pirate Bay, a new kind of Pirate Bay that's targeted, guess what, at NFTs. And I'm going to get into why on the last video you saw me put on the thumbnail, if you did watch it, and if you didn't, just go to the previous video and take a peek. Why I didn't really alter, I just made an updated price prediction of $1.25 for BTT and $5 or so for Tron Trx. I'm going to explain and get into all that, but first we're going to do our flash round through the news like we always do. If you're new to the channel, occasionally we do giveaways. If you'd like to participate, all you have to do is 3 free things that are quick and free to do. Comment down below because we pick people from the commenters, but you must also be subscribed and have hit the bell. So if you can do those 3 things, you're in like Flynn, and most importantly, so you don't miss out on new videos that pop up as they come along. Now, we're going to take a peek and see. We got Tron today. For those of you that are watching this, this was November 22nd, 2021 at 10:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got a Tron Trx that's sitting at 10 cents, 10.3. We've got a beautiful Bittorrent that's sitting at 0.0033. I think you can see that fine, but I'll move myself anyways. And let's take a look and see. We got 1.2 users flock to NFT Pirate Bay for the artwork archive. And you know, Bittorrent could have easily done something like this because they have the setup for it. So it's really a no-brainer. And I'm sure, I mean, if I think, and if you think they never even thought of it, never even crossed their minds, I think we'd all be drastically wrong. Truth of the matter is they've got bigger plans, and that ties into my lifting my price predictions. It's not really lifted because my original price predictions were 20 for 2023. So this is just an amendment that's going into 2024, 2025, where I believe we're going to see, and I'll explain why shortly, a $5 Tron, $1.25 BTT, and have no doubts about that in my mind whatsoever. So let's take a look here. An Aussie software developer has created the NFT Bay, containing an archive of NFT copies to show they are nothing more than directions on how to access or download an image. An Australian software developer has created an online repository. I'm going to do a flash round through the news in a minute also, by the way, of non-fungible tokens, NFT, called the NFT Bay. The repository includes JPEG versions of the NFTs, not the blockchain secured token itself. So, you know, this basically plays on, well, what people talk about often, a good portion of people, which is that why are NFTs really worth anything? Because if you can just take a JPEG image, right, of the actual same thing, why is there any value? Why is this even being done? So you can think of it, as I often use as a way of explaining it, non-fungible means it can't be copied. So if you were to have a vault, a safe, but in this case, the blockchain, a series of safes where you don't need just one combination, but you have, just for simplicity's sake, although it's much more vast than this, let's say you had dozens and dozens of safes and each one had a different combination. And in order for you to crack that combination, it was pretty much virtually impossible, because not only would you have to crack each combination in sequence, but you would also have to go to each and every single safe and have it be an inside job each and every single time with all the various different sources that control the combinations to the safes. You get me? I think you do. Now, the site has the same layout and logo as torrent website Pirate Bay, where users can download pirated films, video games, music, and other media. However, instead of downloading blockbuster movies, users can download the JPEG copies of the NFTs. In a statement, the NFT skeptics said that the prank had an artistic purpose, describing it as an educational art project so that people will understand and reconsider what they are truly buying as NFT art. Okay, so I think what's happening with Tron, and the reason why I'm making that price prediction, that adjustment, amendment, well, add-on to my 2023, they're very aggressively recently making moves. Justin Sun is showing that he's really willing to invest exteriorly, not only just, the building out of GameFi, not only the building out of the metaverse, but I believe he will start to buy up aggressively projects that show promise, that have already put the tech in, and I believe that this will jumpstart the value of Tron and Bittorrent. And that is one of the main reasons why, besides the obvious, which I won't get into because I've talked about it in countless other videos, I believe that this is going to help to accelerate the price point progression of the individual coins. Thus my $1.25 BTT and $5 Tron TRX by 2025. Now, let's take a look and see what the news is saying. And there's been a lot of news lately about the stock, the movement, the coin movement, and where the prices have been and why they've gotten there. But the buzz is getting stronger and stronger. And, typically when this happens, you're really on the cusp of some pretty big moves in comparison to where the coins have been in the past. And I think this is going to be unexpected by the industry. I think that a lot of people are going to be very surprised. A lot of people are going to be very, very happy. So Tron's TRX touched 12 cents before the market correction. So we're talking here about, when Bitcoin went over 60,000. So Tron's TRX dipped by more than 9% following yesterday's rally that saw it break past the 12-cent mark level, but could reclaim that level if the bulls reclaim the market over the coming hours. So I think it's going to come to a point, and I've said this before, where Tron doesn't really react to BTC, and altcoins themselves don't have the same strong reactions. They're not going to be as cohesive with Bitcoin in the future. So if Bitcoin swings, it's not going to necessarily mean that Bitcoin went down, the altcoins are going to follow the way down. I think there's going to be a fragmentation that occurs, and you're going to see an unmarrying, if you will, of these behaviors. So let's take a look and see what else we have here in the article very quickly. This is from FX Empire. As you could see, TRX rose more than 20% yesterday, outperforming numerous cryptocurrencies in the process. The rally came despite the broader cryptocurrency market underperforming, with Tron TRX one of the top performers among the leading cryptocurrencies. So these behaviors, like I said, will become more common. This is an article from November 16th. I'm going to go closer to currently. And by the way, this was also another biggie. Alchemy Pay integrates with Tron to enable TRX payment and investment. I think that integrations like this are really going to be one of the reasons why the price zooms. Besides the GameFi projects, the mainstreaming of the payment processing, the payment compatibility, the ability for the coins to be accepted as deals like this snap into place, I think it's going to make things much, much easier for the mainstreaming, and that's going to, of course, affect the price point. So let's take a look now and see. We've got 60K becomes resistance, 5 things to watch in Bitcoin this week. We've got the other headlines I wanted to talk about, which is Southeast Asian financial institutions turn to the Ethereum blockchain. Bitcoin stays volatile as BTC jumps 2.9K in 15 minutes before the Wall Street open. And some people will say, well, Wall Street was sleeping, and if it went down at this point, it's because of Wall Street manipulation. The truth of the matter is, everything that's happening with Bitcoin, all of the explosions and the corrections, Wall Street has a big hand in there now. And this is just the next level of mainstreaming, which is going to still show some major swings with BTC. But like I've said before, I think BTC is going to see over 100 grand in the first quarter of this coming year of 2022. So Invesco exec reveals reasons for dropping Bitcoin future ETFs. We've got the US Navy to pilot blockchain-based project to improve medical supply lines. And what else? We got Ethereum, huge cup and handle pattern, reaffirms 6.5K ETH price target. We got crypto can erode tax base, Russia's tax boss says. I thought governments would fight much harder, and I didn't think that Bitcoin would progress as quickly as it did in 2011. However, it's a good point there, because if you don't have a sharp handle on that, you can kiss taxes goodbye. And I think that perhaps what this alludes to is that Russia does not have that firm hand like a lot of countries do in terms of dealing with making sure that that doesn't happen. So, as usual, hope this finds you healthy, happy, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for being here.